What's going on, everyone? I am back. I was just out of town for about a week and had some down days because, well, I was pretty tired, okay? When you get a little bit older, travel starts to wear you out. All the flights, the driving around, all that stuff. So I had a couple of days off ever since getting back. I had a little bit of time to play, but I wanted to pop in today because we just had the 3.5 update and give you guys, well, I guess my own little update on kind of how I feel about things after reading through stuff. And I haven't had a chance to play 3.5 yet, so I can't tell you how it feels, but we can take a look at how, it's going to play out a little bit here. I finished I finished in Diamond 3. However, I did peak at Diamond 2. Let me take a look here, see if I can pull that up here. I'm going to have to turn off my camera so you guys can see. There we go. Diamond 2 as the peak. And I actually lost that yesterday when I was hopping in to just try and play a couple of competitive games to close things out. Now, comparatively, I did not play that much. I did not put really much time into this game. I kind of feel like I played more than I did, but apparently not, looking at the numbers. So nothing really too big to discuss there. I was really just kind of focused on content and stuff. And when I did play, it was just kind of a toss-up back and forth. So no games played here so far for this season. I'm pretty excited to hop in and try out Blade and really just see how these differences are looking, because we have quite a few different things that came in. We've got some like new costume stuff going on here, but what I really wanted to talk about, I'm sure maybe you guys have seen this, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm probably a little bit behind the ball in discussing this because this was released on the 31st, but this is my first time looking at it because I was out of town, so I'm just a little bit behind. So you're going to be behind with me here, and that's okay. Groot's getting a little bit of a buff here, which is going to make him even more viable. I'm pretty excited about that because I've actually been wanting to play with him a little bit more. We're getting a little bit of a buff to Strange as well. This is something I'm not quite sure I understand. I guess it's okay to increase the amount of projectiles he has, but truthfully, the problem with Strange's attack, in my opinion, is he has such a long reload time. It's really easy to hitch with him, and by hitch I mean accidentally shield and then cancel the reload, and then you have to start the reload all over again. I think they should have just reduced the cooldown time of the reload, and then they could have left the projectiles the same. I feel like that would be a better feel for him, but that's just my opinion. Magneto's getting a little bit of a shield decrease here. Thor, I think we're going to start seeing even more Thor. I was noticing yesterday when I was playing, more people playing as Thor, and I believe that would be in preparation of the buff he's getting here. Being able to ground airborne enemies, that's just something I'm really glad that we're starting to see that stuff like come through, like more abilities to combat airborne players. I think it's really important because otherwise it can just be, super overwhelming, especially with Iron Man and Ultron always flying around. Iron Fist, been seeing people play with him as well, and this would be, attributed to the fact that he's getting quite a bit of buff like all the way around. Black Panther getting an increased cooldown, that's a good thing. Look, the only way, in my opinion, to change the way that Black Panther is right now without completely ruining the character or giving him a complete rework is just to mess with the cooldowns, because he's a problem. He was a problem in 3.0. Everyone thought that he wasn't good anymore, and then he just kind of came back with really no changes to him, and he was just extremely good. So it's kind of nice to see there's a little bit of a change to that happening right now, and a cooldown is quite nice. Star-Lord's I did not look at. 25 bonus health when using Stellar Shift. Okay. Wolverine getting a little bit of a debuff here because he's going to have a little bit more energy for his ult, and then the Phoenix Warrior team-up is not going to contribute to that. That's okay. He's still going to be just as viable. Spider-Man doing a little bit more damage on his ult. It's easy to stun him in his ult. I don't think that this really matters. Honestly, man, I'm all for it. Let people play Spider-Man. He doesn't help the objective. He can't stall. He's just always off doing his own thing. It's super easy to avoid him. It's very easy to stun him. I just think this is whatever. Like this is like sure, he can be a menace. Okay, if someone's like really, really, really good with Spider-Man, okay, this can be a problem. But if the whole team can just focus him down, then at that point, then it's not an issue. But overall, Spider-Man players, from my experience in my lobbies, they just make the game 6v5. So by all means, buff him. Whatever. Make people play him because it's just a wasted player spot. Adam Warlock here is getting a little bit of a change here. Less energy required for his ultimate. And then he's got this new effect here with the bonus health going to 70% on the revived allies, which lasts for 5 seconds before decaying to 0 over 2 seconds. I wonder if this is this negated by actually healing them then? Like if they don't get healed, then they go to 0 and die, or is this just like how that's going to work now? It's not like a permanent revive. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out. Cloak and Dagger as well. This is one I'm really excited to see. I think they probably could have bumped this up to like 4,500, honestly. Cloak and Dagger get their ults so fast. Like it's why they become a priority ban for me, truthfully. It's like the craziest. Cloak and Dagger is like the squirrel girl of the strategist right now. Just basically just like AFK value and healing is just super easy. So I think it's a good thing to change this. I think this is going to be really nice. Maybe they could have done 4,500. Maybe not. Maybe this feels balanced. I guess, we'll check that out a little bit later. For Mantis now, interesting. She's getting a buff overall. I know this reads here like she's getting a nerf on her healing, but she's getting the 10% increase healing. So this is a buff overall for her. A little bit less damage or a reduced life blast projectile charges. A little bit less on that one. But then the alt is doing a little bit more healing, which is really cool. This is something, honestly, when I was reading through these, I was pretty stoked about this because we're finally getting rid of where is it? We're finally getting rid of this. Man, so many seasons of this hanging out, and now we can finally do something else with these heroes. Like, this is just really exciting. I'm glad. I feel like they listened to the community because a lot of people were calling for this, and I think it's pretty cool that they got rid of that. So now we're seeing Adam Warlock and Luna Snow together, Mantis being the anchor here for Groot and Loki, Iron Fist with Luna Snow, Luna Snow, Hawkeye, Iron Fist. Like, this is really cool. Or removed here. These are ones that are being removed. So we won't talk about these, obviously, because they're being taken out, so whatever. Some balance changes, increasing Spider-Man's combo potential after using his team up, reducing the backflip distance from 12 meters to 7 meters. This is pretty cool because it gives him a little bit more reliable follow-ups. I agree with that. I think it's okay, but I do like that this also keeps him a little bit closer. So maybe it's a little bit more easy to deal with. But again, we'll kind of see how these things work. Unfortunately, did they take this out? Is that a removal? Adjusted or removed. Star-Lord connects to the network. Okay, so he's joining this then. That's fine, as long as they're keeping this in, because I've been playing a lot of Peni. Like, check this out. If we go into my heroes here and we drop down, I played, so of the low amount of games I played in Season 3, I had all intentions of playing a ton in Season 3, and it just kind of didn't happen. I was just a little bit busy. So I played, surprisingly, not a lot of Jeff. I played a lot of Peni. I got her almost like into the Centurion here. Like, I've only got one more to go. That's how much I played her in Season 3. Like, of the games I did play, like, super frequent. I was seeing just a lot of success with her and a lot of, like, spatial management. Something I did notice yesterday when I was playing, and it could be a coincidence, right? I'm not going to say that this is, like, across the board this is happening right now, but something I did notice yesterday while I was playing was that there was a lot more focus on objective control and stalling. Seeing a lot of Captain America, seeing a lot of Venom yesterday, which is really interesting. I'm going to play a bunch tonight because I want to get like a lot of games in right away with this so I can put together a comprehensive tier list. I want to do, I've also got like some strategy and just like some overall gameplay videos I'm working on already. I'm starting to work on some of my PowerPoints for those. So I've got some things coming here. I'm really going to come back out of this little vacation, this little break I took, from the content creation here on YouTube. I'm just going to come out full sprint here. I've got a lot of things I want to talk about with this game. So we've also got a faction going now. So I'm hoping to get into some tournament play. I'm really just trying to round out my capabilities, really, like right now. So I've played a lot as Peni and found really good success in it. I know people say she's not the best or that she's just not good at all. Some people feel that way, truthfully. I see a lot of value. Spatial management with her is just it's great. Been playing a lot as Magneto as well, which has been going pretty well for me. I'm finally shifting into all the heroes I often tell you guys you should be working on. That's one of those things, like, you can make these tier lists and stuff and it's clear, like, okay, like, these are the better heroes, but like, if you don't have fun playing them, then you shouldn't play them. I've said that all the time about Loki. Like, he's arguably the best strategist in the game just because of his kit, and he does such great AoE healing and damage, and there's just so much potential with him, but I find it super boring. So I never play as him, ever, even though I do truthfully feel like he is one of the best, maybe even the best. I just can't do it. I get bored. So I've been playing as Magneto. I've been playing as Peni. I've also been spending some time on Iron Man recently as well. I do think I need to fill out my DPS roster a little bit. It's my least favorite role. I feel like it's the least rewarding. I don't really care about getting elims. I care about facilitating things. Like, that's kind of just how my brain works and how my play style is overall. So I've been playing as him though because I do feel like I need to round it out, and I've had some success in some recent games just doing a lot of chip damage and helping the team get some finishes. I've been playing not a lot as Rocket, and that's I don't really think I need to. I'm just pretty good with him. I can just play as him and lock in right away. More games of Scarlet Witch, yes. Let me pop back up here to the top. I need to spend some time on Hulk. I've been saying for a couple weeks now that I want to play as him and I want to practice. I'm yet to play a single game with Hulk ever since this game came out and since I started playing it. I have not played one game. So that's something I need to like actually just sit down and commit to. Blade, haven't even played today, so hopefully I'll get to snag him before everybody auto locks him, because I'm sure that's a thing in quick play, especially right now. This, honestly, you know what I think is really cool about Blade is the ability that they gave him for his alt. I don't know if you guys saw the video that that Necros made of him using his alt and being able to get an elimination on Luna and Invisible Woman through their own alts. This is a really good mechanic, and this is a really high level of damage that I'm pretty stoked they brought back into the game here with a new hero. The reason being is that, like, yes, you have heroes that can do that, like, you know, Iron Man, Magneto, you can do that with them as well. But it's nice to have more options, because personally, if I don't feel like playing as Magneto, I'll often push to ban him. So that takes one off of the field. Not a lot of people play as Iron Man, and sure, some people do, but I find more often than not that they're kind of like few and far between that you run into a really good Iron Man. Like I can do okay with him. By all means, I wouldn't say that I'm good with Iron Man, but I'm comfortable. So I understand to wait and bait out the alts and you know, make those things happen with that to get the highest value, but to have somebody else, you know, capable of doing that, I think that's a really good thing, because some of those, you know, Lunas and Cloaks, like those alts, even Invis, they're a big deal. Like those are really big shifts in control and in like really big team fights. So I think it's good that they added that in and he has that high of damage. Now, I saw that video as part of like the early testing, whether or not that remains and they changed it and like gave him a bit of a debuff, I have no idea, but that's what I was seeing in that video that Necro shared, so I was pretty stoked to see that. But overall, like, I think this is just going to be a really fun season, because I really enjoyed season 3, and I wish I'd been able to play more, and hopefully I'm going to get to play a lot more for this season. Like I said, took a little bit of time off the content here. I tried to play as much as I could, then I was away. So I'm coming back into this now. I'm excited to get, you know, a little bit more serious about this, see how well I can do pushing my rank. Not bad hitting Diamond 3, considering, like, you know, if we look at my history here, I mean, this was yesterday, not great. Didn't feel very good coming back day 1 playing after being gone and just struggling. Or no, actually I played the day before, playing the 6th. But then the last time I played before that was the 29th. So yeah, it's been a little bit. Mostly quick matches there on the 6th though. Actually, all quick matches. Yeah, all quick matches, and then I hadn't played since the 29th. Good to get back in here, but if we're looking at, let's go back to overview. All modes, I didn't quite hit my goal. Sadly, I fell below the 50% like overall, and then if we do go into competitive, it was even worse. But again, you know, I don't know how many of these losses, like I should probably keep track. I don't know how many of these losses I can contribute to people purposefully throwing, staying in base, being AFK, quitting. So, you know, it's just tough. I make it hard on myself by playing solo queue, but we're really trying to get within the Discord. We're trying to get like a good group of people around the same rank that we can start to play together more often. I've got a really good duos buddy I've been playing with, and it's made for some really, really good rounds. So anyway, it's kind of where things stand right now. I'm going to conclude this video so I can quickly edit it, get it posted, and then I'm going to start running some games, because I got to feel out, you know, how this is going to be for season 3.5. I really want to make a good comprehensive tier list here, talk a bit about priority. And like I said, I've got some strategy based videos that I'm working on already that I'm pretty excited to share and like go over and you know, talk about some different really important talking points for this season to try and help you guys perform a little bit better, and yeah, give you some insight into how I'm going to put that into practice and then how well it's working for me. So stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much for tuning in just for this little check-in and more of like a little chat and hangout session. If you guys are not in the Discord yet, please take a moment to join. I'll put a link here in the description. It's also in the bio of the channel. Playing a lot of games together. We'll be playing tonight as well. We'll all be on playing. So if you can join, that would be sweet. Hope to see you guys there. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.